as much as possible to find space. And there's enough in the world for everybody. There's enough in the world for everybody. And so I think that those who are coming up, we definitely will encourage the injection of new blood. But you cannot also totally do away with the experience.
It's always a pleasure coming to Asempa where the truth is spoken.
I listen to Ekosiisen. For Ekosiisen, I think this year I haven't missed Ekosiisen more than 4 or 5 times. I listen to Ekosiisen every Tuesday. When I sit in my car, my driver doesn't tune to anything apart from 94.7 Ekosiisen. I'm a keen listener to Ekosiisen. And I listen to all the discussions, who is winning, who is losing, whatever. I listen to it every time. That is how come I understand current issues, because they are the most current radio station that discusses current things. That's why I love it. There are other stations, but I'm Ekosiisen. I don't know why they haven't given me an award, because I am one person who listens to them, but they don't know me. Faithful listener.
Ayensuano, Chalayensuano, so dear. About to Maida, Adjoa, a sea, do 410. I know you pay the crown. Me who about to our Codivia, and I mean, Obanwa, Obana had to say guy. Obana had to a channel. Obanwa, I pay, baby over there, Obana, Missy Mandy, Missy, about your Ayensuano, Chalayensuano, so dear. About to Maida, Adjoa, a sea, do 410. I know you pay the crown. Me who be that about to our Codivia, and I mean, Obana had to say guy. Obana had to a channel. Obanwa, I pay, baby over there, Obana, Missy Mandy, Missy, about your oh, Binico, you want to come back? Do your presentation. No, what you say?
Sometimes when I'm listening to discussions on Ekosiisen, I'm a keen listener to Ekosiisen. Every 2 o'clock I'm on it. I'm listening to they are the current issues on the.
But what's your position on Sir and Shane that a Christo Fosso say Undimi Warimino or position then?
Wadaruma baby no why I can say na kupa madiso foda aye poor and the car say the ya kamaya ware odi ba matru ha de yesu kai ya yire say yemfa ware enko so ahimamu na yesu akai na baby na nipa bibre no di jira so no ye say ade bon fiti ate no onyankopɔ ade be ma ye adam to ho na oyi ni sepade baako ade ebo baako no ba sabe ni nipa yi mi no pe ba de se ya do ye woni pa 8.3 billion na wo bi ase ana 8.3 billion na wo bi ase no e ma kra do so nti wo kan Hosea na o se bedru ba bi no e ma no abaka se da de be ware ye nti du adwumra wo de be fa easily go na be ha de
Ejene me am ye elder ewa apostolic empowerment ministry no bibia ni ho a kire se esimi kwanse me amaware metima to aso aware bibia ka ho
wadaroma be tie ne se ye ni nyame foforo bia o kan Matthew chapter 5 verse 17 na o se mama me se no na emu me ba be share ne ma enti ye ya Abraham nana Abraham wo ware dodo sei o ware Sarah ana o saba be fa Hagar ana na yire kache ni so wonya no no oja no ba na yire Sarah eto ho no o sako be fa wo ba bi ne e friend Katura o ne no wo 7 ba da bia no obi e ka ya na e ka Ishmael ni Isaac ene ye ka but wo ema 7 bi esa edeka ho eti Abraham wo 9
na de o kekai de the okay na ujiri se awaido do ayo si akwan e wo Kristo form ujiri se heaven wo hona na
mesro some ya dear say untimi show man de untimi show oba no ne nkwara ne de aye bone don go but obetimi ahwe oba no ne nkwara ne de a me hu ayi because in my man for bebre o ha o ma ware ba ko but o mo mpran for no doso what you say think o mo mpran for no kwa no me da ne aware kra say no de ayi ra wo no say we do well register enti enko ba bia what you say enti no o mai ubetimi anya ware ba ko what you say no bi so betimi aware mienu but no woni mpra but obi betimi aware ba ko ba empra wo kura no etoso
enti ebeya yensa semienti e ho asese ebeya si be yi ni mofie dan se etete kwantimfi na ema no so timi hu omani so yi
o ma medwen se sa no ba bia na epe enti anu ti na sa wo hwe mo semra no a wo se sa wo de wo ho ka obi ayi pa yenso na ware no
na tete de nkramfo ye no munyim de omo ye
oh yeah, of course let's say Jacob ware 9 4
nti ne unya kwanya o de se ne beka ho
me de wo ho no
Assafuah
o de wo na
92.7
o man pa so
na me de mi ko twa me de na me ko fa foforo nka ho
o man me no yere baka sana o press one na wa ko foforo aka ho
Sabar to me babu afedi bi die ko oh chaba uti wo haju
o ma produce se be se pa o
oh samom se me nu
wa ha den de o se me se
Lumba, love me, hate me. Yes. Yeah, we an interview or pretend this one Lumba pa coach me some soboa. To be any minute. The an the map industry no more. And I was telling Roman father, not say what kind of crap. Roman father can name Lumba. Or introvert.
Yeah, okay, so on the outgoing time, you said them quiet.
Obviously, I'm more active. But saying the same, Bibia, the other crowd finish at you do a long time. Yes, but maybe you look at back, and that is why a lot of people. The number, the phone number, can no bonk on the chance center. The minister and for the different what he is not out there. The concentration there, and we will be out here in Chabon say he listens white. That's a lot of research. Answer on the Yomanaba. So back down, we have Wika Kamano, we are going to we are Basu, a pop, we are not quite before, and he is eccentric. Yes. Bia Lulumbana take a cano, Namika Zambua, Omeka, or yet eccentric. What you find normal, Lumba will not find it normal. And it is with a lot of creative people, especially those at the top. Prince. Prince of America, where we are baby. Only Prince. Michael Jackson competitor Prince.
Okay.
Was only one day. I said I signed a day. And the dean of the band artist formerly known as Prince. The new name, no. A man of by said, she said the dean artist one of Prince on PBM. It's called the symbol. It is signed, the drawing being anything. The symbol. Yes. You will feel this and yes, it's for eccentric.
What can explain that?
Look at them, share them, say, brah. Women name it the pie macamo. What's a sir? I don't know any the pie, and that's all will be. Oh, sir. Yes, I don't know any more pepper. Say, I don't know. That's one choosing in your back. On fancy, and that's all will be. But I know a year. Or can you hold a view of baby of feet? And you already never do that. And a man will any day when you say, I assume the hospital and any day. So, only told him, say, Macramo, and I would, yeah, no, because I day, I'm sure. Macramo, I like the sound, okay. I like the whole production, but in particular. his delivery on the song. I had to say, will be a wood and enemy. Now, Jeffrey Lona, so soon, that's how the vocal delivery is. And for a year or two, soon, say, Waka, no, no, soon in the song. I think it was wow. You know how I didn't say, yes, on your vocal, like on one and on where soon. If you play the song now, the creativity in that song, yes, wow. He was that. I mean, in the phenomenon, artists will go and go for Tronium now or Mato. They don't do that. I don't know any Tronium or Tro. At one time, there was a belief that any bit of a formonium, but there was no proof. Okay. Yes, but Otro. What's the evening crown? Or what did you say? Or Bodia or Chill Cry officer? Yes. It's established research to establish that a young way in America, and we are from Como. Japan, Crony Bay, Belford, the Dino Bro. When you second in Japan for the door, correct. It was so correct. No one who the one he is speaking about. You know, it is hard and it was a marketing tool. A lot of people didn't see. For relatability, correct. Correct. They think, hey, Lumba, boy, the more to be. Anytime what Lumba, they want to be excited. It was a marketing tool. Yes, it's true. I mean, he was a complete musician, not an instrumentalist. And so he didn't play any. No. The
military especially military action that nobody over first the military should get firm and I make a say me free CB anya hwe kura no 94 96 mas articulate mu na de me wa fanum gu de mo ba ayu tamaleo de mo gu articulate mu na helicopter nam soro na ayi amodka mienu di akire mienu di anim. That is how the concumbers were actually transported from the war front. So we've lived it. He was just a once thriving West African marketer who perceived a more papa, a friend who padago papa, Sokoto Gudali papa. Those were the Upe cereal. It was the place and Burkina Faso, it was a big market.
The Boko market?
Oh yes. So history, Boko market was once upon a time a very thriving market.
And orchestrated to destroy everything.
And now we live in a town. Somebody cannot move from Kukumemle and go to Kanishi market. Inti Semope and Chiniwo Kukumemle be niha and one no. Just a mukaya some way somehow miraculously. In Chini be Mufa Kwabisunya
and it's a way Kusasi also Kusasi market.
Yes.
Maybe a bini one won't mean call.
The Kusasis now control the town and the market.
Okay.
So Mampusis don't venture into the market.
And the Mampusu they
are also outskirts.
Almost market to outskirts.
Also Omubaby. You can't venture. Oh, school nuclear, you can't cross to go to school here.
Oh, that's how serious it is.
I am telling you, you post people in national service, they will write back to you and tell you, boss. We don't open
why would you send a national service?
And make sure say it's not the problem is that it's not just in Binduri and boss, sorry.
But the people understand. Do they understand what they are doing to themselves? What they are saying?
And that is the fearful part. This Euro 2 for going a bit
because I am seeing that this is like along the lines of the Hutu Tutsis problem. No, what is it here?
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7. Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7. Why outdated?
Somebody cannot move from
transforming Ghana, changing lives and transforming Ghana, changing lives and transforming Ghana. Yeah, advancing.
Somehow miraculously. In Chile, be Mufa Kwambisu Nyebi or
Kusasi also Kusasi market.
Yes.
Bibia Ebini won't mean call.
The Kusasis now control the town and the market.
Okay.
So Mampusis don't venture into the market.
And the Mampusu they
are also outskirts.
Almost all market to outskirts.
Also Omo baby. You can't venture. Oh, school you cry, you can't cross to go to school here.
Oh, that's how serious it is.
I am telling you, you post people in national service, they will write back to you and tell you, boss. We don't open
why would you send the national service?
Make sure say if it's not the problem is that it's not just in Binduri postu obi ti say Mampusi ni so ode ne call Binduri ana obwa obetra boss sorry.
But the people understand. Do they understand what they are doing to themselves? Or what you are saying?
Only God knows.
Some Charlie, because this is serious.
And my child say, "Obi actually na say more, and that is the fearful part." This you wrote to from a bit my child.
Because I am seeing. So this is like along the lines of the Hutu Tutsis problem. No, but this is serious.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7. Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7. Why outdated? I tell Assafuah at the Achison. We are transforming Ghana, changing lives and transforming Ghana.
Changing lives
and transforming Ghana. Yeah, advancing. Oh my Corazanti. You're calling him Papa B. Oh my penny pass. Yes. Oh my Corazanti.
Woman hene babena sande woman hene babena sande woman hene babena sande what na say o carry I want woman hene babena sande woman hene babena sande woman hene babena sande what na say o carry I want woman hene babena sande woman hene babena sande woman hene babena sande.
Well, the 29th of July 2025, yeah, the trader Ponyakopona so so grateful to be here. Now, now I say Kuma Philip Osei Bonsu for some few minutes, and then we'll have that interaction with him. But I thank you so much, and anyway, why a part of this great show. Na yedo kwakopim say nonsia ebebo ede apemu. My man encourage you say catch you untie. This is where ubenya the accurate anafi the AC. Any fairness and objectivity and firmness that are all in one basket. The free side break up him say no. I welcome you on behalf of the crew, Dominic Kisieboa, Bengazi, Jackson, Kojochum, Anna Femeka say Kwasichum, Kwekuchum, and then Abna Pukuya Hene. The man himself, Philip Osei Bonsu, Ekwiabuachua Yadom, and I made Timunina on their behalf. Your friend of man, Henny Kobna Santi. Make us you may Kobia, so I see what Kwansrum. They've been so loyal and so faithful to us. And the baby than I wish is that Brian Bomo Jumau Deruno, then you are patronizing them as well. From Tina 74, as you saw Kwansrum Koso. Royal Kingdom Estate is here, donors to Kwansrum Koso, Provident Insurance. With Provident, they be there as a man, you are covered. And Africa Queen Mackerel, so we appreciate them, we thank them so much. Your EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. And Blue Star Lotto, so
asida kesiye pa anedemo because we are winning big every day. Sinter tank. One concerning a tough and a very, very strong. Power jet batteries and so say Monday to Friday. Ekosiisen Jumedino say Efambro Asempa 94.7. Mameko so enda Franco Trading Enterprise for us Ekosiye phone papa fee na Millennium Insurance your trustworthy partner. Ono said that wanna say question so Tabia Herbal. One said, Domasi, our Kwanson Kosokra, Anna Felisco San Ghana Limited. Send you Mekui, Anna Bribia, da one kai say, a Juada copy me fiada, Yemfa, Jumedia Tudin say, Ekosiisen Emfa Emro. Adiaba kwa, me kai wene, na Bribia dem, na Odiabo to Jim, na Odia Nanti, if they're very, very important. Say, Odessa, Adjiniwe, Ebitu among. I say, never seek revenge. Rotten fruit will fall by itself. And never seek revenge. Naka who say, Adieni mu aprodada. And why since na ebetiato. Well, if you are celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday, Shunkuname Edimao. Na Masa Wishi. There's great personalities, men of God, a belated one, and not another year, 1 hour. Reverend A.S. Steve and Pastor Stanley, Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry, and rather na Mawoda, a belated one. Happy birthday. And Yebekoswa that was it. Both physically and Ubekasa spiritually, what you continue to do for Team Ekosiisen and how you're so endeared to Ayamakuma, to the extent that anytime you mount the pulpit, you share with us our opinions on matters of good governance and the Ghana we all want to build. So important. A belated happy birthday, Anna, a day, Emma. Sanso, Anna, make out say, baby, Abutu, baby, Shibiano. It's a good afternoon to you. Major Brenner, also some of your messages are also Ode Breno, yet to me, I can canina Ediama. It's good to be here. Now, feel so say, Aquenya Bema, what my depression me, Edin Como, our muscle. But what a lot of issues are happening, I'm sure, say, for the past few days, all of us, we've been worried with this Boko matter. Kaneno. Na eyadia ubeka se be na metime baby but enyadia me dwene ho kese pasa ene Ghana ni di hye mapabia no enyadia beka se nioma efri boko a ebura ye hye no enyadia we concerned bim that one it can be true. We'll be talking about some of these matters. New patriotic parties unum say no akwanya abetoho se won ni bia wo gidie wo mu say opeso ojina say Franka Tunima the New Patriotic Party no so no one of the krata babontia one day she go making kansa krata ni na e de amount na fe ya hwe wona one gidi say one betimi a step forward na one akofa krata e de juma ese na efata and actually so no government strides men are making in terms of the fight against illegal mining, sir, and common so ebeko so wahanum say, and a lot of other matters. And in abekoso na bibia etimi ede aboywa 26 minutes after 2 bibia dade ba kwa mekoso ka baby I want to say, how do we build the Ghana that we all want? Sir, Ghana na how do we build it? It's becoming extremely difficult by the day. On my Ghana, and it's becoming so worrying. It's say on my no fapim you say no, you didn't contumponi nada ni tro ana no. On mining such and it can't call in impuntu no, it's going to be a difficult task for us. The levels of impunity now in this country, say if we still don't go back to the basics and get it corrected, well, then I can tell you, say, Ghana, your forward march in trying to ensure, say, a nipe biara, ankran krebia, a jume biara, and na say, nipa bambiano, ebet majina branema, or my Ghana, it's going to be a difficult task for us. And the biada, me jibribia, me kai say, adiaba kwa me can say, Say enyoma bi si enyoma bi koso na yesoso managing same we are. It's difficult to turn it around. And that's what I'm saying for time up to today. Ya ho ebesi ne as oman bako. Yentiminya a solution to the crisis we face. Every facet of this country, there's a challenge there. Go to our hospitality industry, there's a challenge there. Get to our trade industry, there's a challenge there. Get to our media, there's a super challenge there. Get to our police service and then the military, there's a challenge there. Get to governance, there's a challenge there. Get to opposition, there's a challenge there. Get to wherever you find yourself in this country, there's a challenge there. One of the biggest things, I may share him say the finance minister will have to ensure this time round on this matter of the fighting against ghost names, so critical, so important. And if Udi Ghana Bako Semia Manual Cemetery from 1992, one of the challenges that we've had is the fight against ghost names. And during one free area, Kwesibo Chesuko, through our Kofa, Barre, Dusukofa, Ayera, or Safumafo, Ebesira, Kenofuriata, Ebesira, and a doctor at two Fosnam. Obiani Hua, Waba, Onye, not Genese, Obekwentia, a year, Edia, Ekan Wasama, your friend in Samandia, our buying crat, up to this point. But how well have we solved it? And clearly, it's coming across now, say, oh my Ghana. What we are good at doing, and it's a bribia that you're criticizing, now you're lamenting, but making sure we're enforcing idea, United to say, and now the panel continues to be a challenge because anytime there's an attempt to fight an illegality in this country, that is where the graph of that illegality, the crown, a cost to so. Now, the issue here is that how do we fight these challenges that are coming up on the matter of ghost names? You better sound common, but you better call Akwetia Abba quickly over to the New Patriotic Party and the one candidate Abba Bontain as to how they go through that process. When we are back, and then we can talk about it. But prior to that, so when we say the ruling National Democratic Congress and one Deputy General Secretary Mustafa Bandi. Mustafa, good afternoon. Upon to say hello, Mustafa. Good afternoon. Upon to say Mustafa Otemeka. Good afternoon. Upon to say. Well, I'm Mustafa Efri Ahumanso, and Tiebeba back to Mustafa. Whilst we cross over again to the New Patriotic Party, normal show at the almost 7 number. But make sure, sir, if it's about getting products for yourself, the product should be Obapa, Africa Queen Mackerel, Obapa products, or Anna Okope be at Africa Queen Mackerel, a ball quantum Kosokra, Jimmy Debi Apese, Udi na fe sardine, so ball quantum Koso. Now, for tomato paste, the opposite Udi Biano, and also Timia ball or quantum Koso. Offer number Udibinyoma 0302 668357 0302 668357. Now, what you mean at the income? Whilst I wait for Mustafa to join and the chairman for the Eastern Union people to join the conversation, Makoswa Twaswa Akai was saying the basics as a country we are missing out big time. And anytime your mind be identity, the challenge that we have now is what we are seeing today. I'm surprised here who say too much deceit and dishonesty in the system will not bring or give birth to Adebia outside Nyoma Yedanedi. It's what we do in this country almost all the time, as we are good at criticizing, we are good at propagating, we are good at character assassination, we are good at blackmailing, we are good with all the ideas and suggestions. Implementation enforcement has become a challenge for all of us. Anytime we want opportunity, the Americans say, if this is how we all want to build the Ghana that we want, then we should forget it. There's absolutely no Ghana that we want to build with this attitude. There's absolutely no Ghana we want to build with this mindset. The easiest means to become successful in this country now, through deception, through dishonesty, through unpatriotism, through politics, active partisanship, and through religion. The easiest means to become, and through insults, the easiest means to become successful in this country. And if this is the pot and a basket to ensure that there's a future generation, point number 2, let me assure you there's no future generation. Because critically, Ghana baby it is not about our figures or about anything again. It's about certain basic fundamentals, our levels of impunity. That akukudra etimididi semone ehubiano emoyeno. So you can't imagine. And they obitiminya akukudro. The last time I checked, Dominic, was it that people almost share national security in Tadeko Forest or ever? Is it Diaz or ever? Jabari, because I say they are their party boys. They were not national security people. That is the danger. That is the danger. And I wish more video number here because if indeed and never be able to do any akukudro address it is a national security people. Eko aban jumem eko to aban ejumanim efa Assafuah obotum and they work freely. That's the Ghana we don't want to build. If indeed this election course rerun a course of Blekumanos, this is how we are going to treat it there. I don't think this is the Ghana we want to build. And then you hear akwatiade ebejinsem akwatiade ebejinsem akwatiade na ekoso akwatiente ebejinsem. Is it not a battle? Is this the Ghana we want to build? Where every time, almost every day, impunity. Now we have to say, we are tired. We are tired though. We are tired because we don't see development, we don't see progress. Just pass through Legon and look at our revered people of Mokosuku. Every 4 years, we are bringing out a certain percentage of Ghanaians want an opportunity, whether for themselves or to look at government opportunities or private opportunities. But where is that provision? Day by day, it's becoming a helpless, hopeless society. And that is a recipe for that chaos. Avoid. Maybe Mustafa, if I'm not getting him, we'll have to proceed. So this is what is happening. Until we get to that point, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be extremely difficult for us to move forward as a country. Mesre, we are MPP new, we are NDC new, we are CPP new, we are movement new. Adiaba kwa omane elaki aye so dangerous. Aye, our preparedness and readiness to be truthful, to be honest, to be patriotic, and to be transparent. I want to join the conversation because you also have a concern. Bra, frame on 0302 216545 or 0302 216546. Also, or concerns. Also, how. Also, your observations. I'm sure this is one unique opportunity. Bribia Daishia, that interaction. Now, draw your attention. It's maybe on the blind side will be no web. 0302 216545 or 0302 216546. Know what to me, Eddie Bray. Good afternoon. Apom to say. Good afternoon, Apom to say.
Good afternoon, Omani.
Yes, sir.
Omani, you're planning to make a Africa, American town, King House. Baby, how a Kunsi bridge in a one amigina.
Oh, I kick it you.
Omani, we are with your Mammo, Wabasoni, a Jumapa, or Yabua Ghana for. Now, my baby, I will come see incoming women's organizer. It will be any John Woody, which you are. Or mine, I will meet it. This year, I'm in a book as a Uber Kasua. Last time, a castle would be a Kasua. Traffic light, being one of my Kasua, a stone print near me, traffic light, you know.
But how is that possible, Pacho? Baby, I will reach, you know. But it's not possible, say, traffic lights or cars when you be doing. Is that possible?
For my Kasua, traffic light and walk Kasua, Okuma Junction, CP Junction, Kasua overhead the national. We will have a cook so Kofle or Kasua. No one Kofle so damn measure. We be a near to the and so, who do one more chum? Ako school just a penny big now it's near some Kualana Shabe any pattern, no one in a chapine. And send and Kualana a day at Miako school. Or mine, you do one more. Or mine, no back Kaswa, your friends, you be the Kaswa, your friend Okudu. Or mine, Okudu, the time I will come was so. I charge you a piano of a machine, no machine about the teaching Okudu Muna, said the insurance, a moon faso. And then me know Kasauka, Kofi J. Walker, so I give you movie. Or that I need the rest. I require this machine by Yanka. Assembly, you use a machine I have. And the Tigat and not that and mother. Or my this machine, you into your best friend, see your workers, so I will tell you. And yes, friend, this machine now about me at the buyer.
Okay, so Bribia Dano say a solution now. We need to be truthful. We should stop the partisanship. Inti drip machine said the wokano sanetia. It is appropriate say baby say bia na konsiesi and I say e dia kwhye baby. But mama that kind of typical amanyosem in every commentary or decision that we make. My women, that's how intimate develop no. Because you are specific about ade ebetimi aboa but you go and wind and bring in drip machine and that's it. What's relevant in that? We need progress in our communication. We need progress in our partisanship. We need progress in our democracy. We need progress in our young kasaya brabo bonoso. Let's move away from this pettiness in our partisanship. It's not directly at you, but I'm encouraging you that say your submissions are Kasua needs a facelift. Let's forget about the Odin Punto be brain and none here and yaman yosema a hunin for so bribiada a day abysine intimidasi, and that's all the point. We are suffering because of some of these matters. Our utterances and our mindset. It's a concern in the community that Kasua here a project. Why are we politicizing it? We eat, drink, wine, everything in politics. How do we develop? Partisanship. Avoidable partisanship. It's an NDC new crowds on him. Yonko MPP needs a war. MPP news Yonko NDC Jawa. What country do we want to build? Is this the Ghana that we want? Deputy General Secretary, NDC. Good afternoon, Apom saying.
Good afternoon, Papa.
Well, and you're my boko there.
There was what? Your boy, my who by has been one morning. I yet to know. And yet, pushing study a better phone on your person any Ghana a bear crabber.
I see. Ablekuma North is down, even though there are challenges with the Akoso Ablekuma North. Our hope is that under the watch of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, our no the Mekaise opposition car say enyoma basa Akoso abato brimno. Nyadia osusoso anofuaso ejonya sa akwanya na bibibia sa ebisi bia no ompese ebisi no se kosinko they are under his watch obe make sure so we get to the culprit. Are we still assured of that?
Oh, I'm saying, Madawasi, we ourselves under our leadership will not ascribe to violence in any form or shape. The core Ablekuma North, it was very peaceful until the altercations we all condemn occurred. Now, everyone said a marginal error of say 2080. Now, the police have learned their lessons. The MPP have learned its lessons. The NDC have learned its lessons. Now, what became very unfortunate is that when we, again, said we are looking to replace, let's a very peaceful, educated young man. Now, say, Yebe Ananwa, and never Sabasayoni, Yebe Anan. So, anybody with the intention to perpetuate violence is not going to Akotia to Anna NSC Alkumi. The NDC will go to Akotia, deploying all sophistry. Adabwa, Amayani Akotia for Edin Kitahon, Edin Saoswo, Edi development, Adaba. We know, say, Akotia, Nanado backyard. In the last 8 years, Nanado didn't develop the place. Udu Akotia, you need 45 minutes to get to Nanado's hometown. The kind of development should be for a very proud of Akotia don't have that development.
We'll get to Akwatia, but yes. Let's deal with Ablekuma North, and then we can proceed to because you've just said something. What you've said is that parties involved, no, you've learned your lessons. Is that correct?
I should think so, because those of us in the NDC, we all didn't expect that to happen. It happened. We control people, party people, we control boys. Definitely, you can't be at one place at all times. Yet, Asempa explaining what happened in Ablekuma North.
Well,
all of us could be at all of the places. I'm sure they would have averted what had happened.
Well, but that's the point. As a lessons learned, I'm wondering what kind of lessons have been learned, because the graph for this kind of election violence, it keeps rising. Graph is stable, and I say, and corner and it keeps shooting.
It rises because of a problem. One kind of crime said it here, and then a ball, Look, of a problem said it. People are still living with scars of the NPP regime. People are still living in pain. There were situations that didn't call for violence. The NPP regime empowered our own brothers to be violent towards their own siblings. It didn't follow. Maybe I friend Django. The MPP sent police officers to kill that guy.
Oh,
and they are party boys.
But you're mindful the way we are emphatic as if I don't see any in our bros say this is what the MPP as an entity did. That one you're careful.
Whatever the intentions was, there was an attempt to kill Django. They shot at him several times, but he would have been a dead man. In Iowa West Wagon, it was not between the MPP and the NDC of Okpabra. It was government-sponsored treachery against civilians. They actually used military vehicles. So when I see the lack of Mimiapegi and Nodombre and Co in Parliament, I just see hypocrisy. We can all have a seat and discuss these conversations as politicians of the this generation and take responsibility. But if anybody in the MPP is behaving as if they have been clean when they were in power, everyone in Ghana knows that it's hypocrisy. I'll promise you this afternoon, sir. In fact, national chairman, and I'm saying, let me go also look. We should ensure that there is no violence in Abrekumanov. But I'll make it very clear to our brothers in the MPP. We are in government. We will not misuse the power available to us. Yewe Abrekumanov, Uba Kaya, MPP 40 radio show. Today, in Team 4 is threatening, say, if nothing happens to the people that cause violence in Abrekumanov, there will be violence in Akotia.
Is it too difficult? Is it too difficult? Something to ask?
But no, it's not too difficult. But let me tell them, say, we will go to Akotia peacefully. But one more. There were them who have done money laundering, these are the racketeering, corruption, will get the police to arrest you.
Well, Mustafa is a disservice. Okay, but that's not the issue here, Pacho member. Don't trivialize the conversation, because if you do that, you're exposing your government. If government knows that people are involved in visa racketeering and money laundering, and your government is looking unconcerned, and the government wants to build a Ghana that we want, your government is waiting for Akwatia for somebody to misbehave before government takes the needed action.
There are a lot of MPP appointees who are being sought for by the police. There are a lot of MPP appointees who have defrauded people and they are being sought for.
These are just talking.
But
we are Kasa Kekeu. And that Kasa the person avoid Kasa a guni paufia and in a show. Kasa
Kasa. You want us to go into the name calling? I will give you evidence.
Once you have evidence to that effect, I'll give this a court to Bemwa. The way you want it, I don't think I'm going to challenge you. But to say lump it up and say MPP for my way, MPP for my way, I can say somebody can say.
Let me correct it. That appointees in the previous government,
all the appointees, all the appointees.
Some people are. Let me situate it in a good context for understanding. One. What will you super CBD bonnet? In the last 8 years now, we will take the victims to wait. We will report on the police or metro. That one will be violence.
But why do you want to wait when you know the
MP? MP now when the body now you have what to read now. Who do Akwatia? You are not on your way to Parliament. Police for that show. Let the MPP know that said. All violent threats now, last week, I've heard you condemn it. I've not heard MPP leadership coming to speak against that. We don't endorse what some of our officers have been saying on radio and TV. Sir. They will perpetuate violence in Akotia. My response to them is that the NDC will go very peacefully in Akotia. And I can assure you, very peacefully, we are going to campaign We are going to engage the people. We are actually going to primaries to select a credible candidate that will represent Akotia. Beyond that, we will do everything possible to prevent any violence that may occur to dent the image of the government and our party. Of course, we will not set the same record MPP have set for themselves. But if you are wanted by the state, we will encourage the police to lay ambush and arrest you in Akotia. Let the MPP know that this happens.
Are you referring that?
You will be arrested.
Okay, so your inference is that now your party directs the Ghana Police Service what to do, time to make arrests. Is that what you're inferring?
We as citizens, don't we have the right to assist?
No, I'm only asking. I'm only asking that now what the job of the NDC and say one of the pointed out say which ways abri meant you ways abri tete ways abri. Is that what you want to say?
Are you inferring that persons who have committed crimes against this country should not be arrested?
No, but that's not what I said. It's how you put your statement.
No, so I can say NDC and CE because even as citizens of this country, we have a cardinal responsibility to ensure that persons who have committed crimes will be apprehended.
Okay, so
and we are looking for a lot of these people who are threatening. You come and you have already committed some violence and some crimes, and you are threatening that you will commit some more, including members of parliament who are on the record to have been engaged in corruption. We will point you out to the police. Let the MPP know that we will not be violent. We will apply the law in the best way that can protect the Republic of Ghana and keep all of us very peaceful. So when you are a politician and you are engaged in corruption and crimes, and you are threatening to perpetrate violence, we will assist you not to, achieve that objective by making sure the law takes its own course.
So who are some?
If he comes up, he'll be arrested. I give you that assurance.
Deputy General Secretary. Now only maybe I will say.
Let's say, I am responding to the MPP threat of violence.
No, but hold on.
So we will do the opposite. We will not perpetrate violence, but the law will help the law to take its course. So anybody in the MPP who thinks that their portion is violence, they will be disappointed because why are you threatening violence? You kill people, you shoot, you do this. What was the end in India, Qatar? We don't support violence. The party MPP have never come out to condemn these irresponsible talks from their officers. So I am telling the MPP this evening, sir, if you are on the list to have committed a crime and you have not yet been arrested, and we know when you come to Akotia, we'll arrest you.
Okay, so
tell the police to arrest you.
Okay, I love the energy out there, because I remember back to Akotia matters. There's a gentleman that's part of your party security by name Jabari in Ashanti region.
Yes.
On video, there are these guys I will call Forestry Commission. Almost national security for national security in Tadia. They have been identified by the man in your party Jabari as party people. Omako close down. Have you seen that? Have you heard it?
In fact, no one of us. Forestry Commission. So if you ask the Ashanti Regional Commander, we collaborated with National Security to check who are behind it and And police follow the report I got. We say, the individuals have left there. But the report is that they were not national security officials. So that act was not committed by anybody or was not sanctioned by anybody from within national security. So I wasn't surprised when I heard Captain Jabari, who is the regional security coordinator of the Ashanti region, also confirmed that they were not coming from national security. But as we speak, we have indicated those individuals are always at the end. They have to be sought for and arrested for questioning why they were at the place there. Meaning the stories that are behind it.
But the energy towards Akotia and the energy towards a party activists why are there clearly the rules and regulations, it seems to differ. Why? Because in Akotia you are going to arrest. But at this point, at the Forestry Commission locked up, you are seeing through to analyze and see, and then make sure that they will be sorted, and then they will be. Is that how we are approaching?
They are not analyzing. I'm saying that when I intervened by collaborating with other security agencies responsible, they took full control of the issues, and they must ensure that those involved in that act are brought to book. So that is the same energy with which I'm telling you that anybody who is on the list, wanted list from within the previous government, if you come to Akotia, you're the show.
Okay, so because we don't want to repeat and Nyoma Akoso ewo bribi etwema yentime tuana mo Assafuah. What is the latest on the Ablekumanos? Nipa binema ehuri to say what is the latest?
I'm concerned, some number of individuals were arrested. I have heard of that. I have also read it in newspapers. The young men who were arrested truly are our party boys. I know them. The police is doing what they have to do, as procedures may require them to do. None of us, as leadership of the party, is interfering in that process, and that should be how we give fidelity to rule of law. And run so be it. A group of court, eco-free suspect. Yes, I do almost 7,000 or 5,000 in Ijao. But in the NDC, these individuals have been arrested as the law requires. The police are there's still the need to arrest more. The IGP will do his work. None of us is interfering in the work of the police. Is it the same?
Big difference. Hold on. Big difference when especially a member of parliament sits on a Dome FM to boldly say that as of the time the police said it had arrested one of the suspects, not Otibia or Jinny or Kwansongoso, and nothing has changed. A member of parliament for the New Patriotic Party, Reverend Intifojo.
But you see, that's my brother. I don't want to digress, but I can say
no digression. Respond to the issue. The issue is that as of the time a police for the letter to Abonting say one not assume or Benteno now move back to baby or so it cannot be entirely correct.
But Reverend Tim Fojo is a member of the security committee. Okay.
And he said he doesn't want to put out. He said he doesn't want to put out the details that he has because he's part of that committee. You said. But what have you done about? Another one about. What have you done about that? Because the president's directive was to assemble all intelligence heads, a committee, to invite him to look into this matter. What has come out of that?
Now, may I hold the questions in the Mamino? Now, Assembly President and Director National Security Coordinator. On investigating some matters relative to national security threats and some allegations that have been made. Reverend Tim Fojo should have been telling all of us, so even President Kayano, nothing has been done about it. Ask Reverend Tim Fojo if nothing has been done about it. MPP Chopper Montino Mitantra, no patch of it. You see, almost the can Samuna and Yano Korea, no parliament, no patch of it. That is not politics. That is undermining of our democracy. So I would have been very happy, sir, to collaborate the story. Reverend Tim Fojo should be saying, sir, ever since the president gave that directive, effort has not been made to investigate the matter. And whether or not the evidence he said he had relative to his position as a member of the Security and Intelligence Committee, if he had made himself available for investigation, as opposed to what every citizen of this country should have been doing. And the same person goes to sit on radio to say that when police have announced that a suspect has been arrested, you, the member of parliament, know that you cannot be here. And that you didn't call the police attention to that disingenuity. You didn't call the police for having lied, and then you go and sit on radio and you yourself are talking about it. And I can tell you an authority that was a lie. The suspects I have told you, as the police have put them, were arrested. It happened that they are our NDC boys. I know them. Okay? I know them. They were arrested. And the police have continued their investigation. So, when he is talking about something that is contrary to what the police have said, let him bring some sort of evidence to it. On our evidence, member of parliament, MPP minority have decided that what they want to make themselves to be relevant is to begin to lie.
Let's cross over to let's cross over to
themselves into opposition. They will lie within opposition to the collapse of their party. They don't know.
Okay, so you go back to Akwetia. The promise is that Modie Abana Mokoto Intimoko, and you are going to operate under the laws of the country. Is that correct?
Not just only under the laws of the country, but the best standard that ensures that Akwetia is a constituency. NDP4, NPP4, they believe in very peaceful. A very gentle and respectable soul. In fact, NF is far more educated than 60% of the members of parliament in the minority now.
Masa, please stop that. Stop that. Please stop that. Stop. No. Please. Just pull back that statement. It's very, very unfair. Okay. Please.
I'll backtrack it. But I will insist, sir. NF Yakumi is a very educated member of parliament. He has demonstrated utmost humility and respect as far as his political career is concerned. We in the NDC, our object is to ensure that even as we participate as a party to ensure that we take over his succession, in terms of presenting a candidate that is credible enough to represent the people of Akwetia, we would also ensure a violence-free election. We would engage our brothers within the MPP to ensure that all that they have said on radio and have said, we should not engage into it. But I can assure you that if you are a potential suspect and
wanted by any security agency and you are from the previous government, if you go to Akotia, it will be a window of mass arrest.
I see.
If you bring them and we can identify the person, he will be arrested.
All right, Mustafa.
You know that and let them put that on the record.
Mamenasi and Deputy General Secretary NRV Operations at Jubilee. Is that correct, Deputy?
But in this interview, I'm Deputy General Secretary.
Most grateful, Mustafa.
Thank you. God bless you.
So hold on. Just 1 second. But once I look for it, the matter of Boko, what's government position now?
Oh, all the issues of insecurity combined. Ashanti region, there have been increased monitoring, search, and controls the security agencies have put in place. The Minister of Defense has taken full charge of the matter, has increased the level of security control into the matter. This afternoon, I am reading that a whole convoy of the Ghana Armed Forces have been sent to Baku to reinforce and to ensure de-escalation. As to what is the content of their operations, I cannot tell and I cannot know. But I do know that the military has taken